So, good evening, everyone. So, it's really a privilege for me and a dream come true sharing the stage with such legendary leaders from whom I am learning day to day, in order to, specialize in the domain where I come from. Vijay Mohan Raj not only a startup, started the cricket or, in between, he's also, I found a great mentor who grooms, people. So, I have been groomed by him. And just before I connect to SCOL, it's very emotional for me to stand here at FTCCI. FTCCI gave me a rebirth, I can say, in the tourism and hospitality industry. I remember when Gaura Srinivas ji was elected as a president of FTCCI. In my capacity at that time as an assistant governor of Rotary International, I was invited to honor him. So he's such a senior legendary man. So he invited me. We do have tourism, hospitality, media committee. Would you like to join us? So that's how I entered into FTCCI. It's almost, I think, a decade now. And he gave me such a lovely opportunity. I really wanted to thank him. And he's always there to support my initiatives, both CSR and professional front. And again, we have created a history soon after the state formation of Telangana. The credit goes to FTCCI. We delivered the first ever Telangana Tourism Conclave. Even today, when you Google it, Telangana Tourism, first, our FTCCI initiatives only comes first, the next government initiatives. So that's how we did, and we learned a lot while we were running this show. We attracted more than 1,300 buyers from Kanyakumari to Kashmir to showcase Telangana. But I was able to deliver that. Again, the credit goes to SCOL International Hyderabad. Again, my thanks to Vijay Mohan Raj. He co-opted me to enter into SCOL board when they were bidding for the World SCOL Congress to host in Hyderabad. So that's the day my future was turned. So he gave me such a lovely opportunity to start promoting SCOL Hyderabad and attract more visitors to attend World SCOL Congress. So under his leadership, we won the bidding and we hosted most successful and created so many milestones in the world history of SCOL. And that was another journey which I learned a lot. So then from then I never looked back. I would like to thank even Sunil. I have been watching him, and I am a great fan of Sunil for his oratory skills, because I have studied my entire education in Telugu medium. My dad said, if you want to learn English, make friendship with somebody who don't speak your mother tongue. So I have to find people who talk English, so less than Hindi. That's how I picked up whatever I'm talking. So, and thank God, travel is my passion. It was rediscovered by my pen friend from Greece that my passion lies in the travel and tourism industry. Before internet era came, we used to write letters to pen friends. So this girl from Greece sent me IATA UFTA application form that nobody understood in Anantapur how to fill up a form. So I have to go to Puttaparthi and meet one foreigner. She helped me how to fill up the application, and I did my IATA and never looked back. And today I'm standing in front of you visiting 96 countries. So still 40 countries in my list. But travel always gives me fuel. And if anybody asks how you wanted to be a perfect human being, rather I should say the journey between human being to being human is travel and tourism and hospitality industry. It molds you. The more you travel, why Sunil is so humble? See, the more you travel, the more humble you becomes. I can see that from these legendary leaders. Actually, I don't deserve any award or recognition here in front of you, but I treat this as a blessing. But definitely you are increasing my responsibilities. And I wanted to thank my parents who gave me such a wonderful birth. Out of 7 siblings, my mother always found I can trust all these 6 children, but this fellow I can't believe, because he always comes with some or other, kiosk at home. But somehow they gave me freedom. And I used to write letters to 32 pen friends in those days. I learnt a lot. And finally, my pen friend, when he gave me IATA, then I entered into travel and tourism industry. I worked with airlines. I was with Ethiopian Airlines. I worked for Air Madagascar. I worked for Holland American Cruise Liner. I was also the regional head for South India for Yatra.com. And my association with GMR, before GMR won the bidding to start the airport project in Hyderabad, I was fortunate to sit in GM Rao's cabin itself as an implant staff and looking after his charter flights. I'm talking about 1997. So we're in Greenland's GMR office. So I used to sit with him and start working and learned through Friends Globe Travels in those days. Now today it's called FCM. So many travel companies, I was a batsman. Thanks to the opportunities started pouring in those days. But 2013 I realized working for any organization has got a limited scope, but where I have a lot of ideas, if I want to implement, it's better to start my own. Then my brother, my younger brother, rather I can say, 1 year younger to me, who already entered into entrepreneurial journey and created Valmiki group, he knew that future his siblings will join the group and add verticals of their specialization. That's how I entered. I was in Chennai, then came back to Hyderabad and joined my brother and added travel vertical in Valmiki group, catering the students who were traveling for higher education. Then from then I joined with Rotary International, then FTCCI. They really gave me a wonderful pathway. Today, whatever I am standing, this all credit goes to all the legendary leaders and friends sitting here who believed my efforts and gave me the liberty to continue. As Vijay clearly said, yes, my passion is towards doing good in the world, which I learned from Rotary International, that the purpose of anybody's life, that you should live for others. So this I learned through my parents, so which we have been excelling on this, and I'm telling you there is no competition when you want to do good in the world. You have competition in hotel industry, you have got competition in travel industry, everywhere you have competition. But in this domain called doing good in the world, there is no competition at all. So the more you do good, the more it comes back like a boomerang. So which I'm personally enjoying. When we were running the foundation orphanage home during the pandemic period, when the business was fell down, the first affected was travel industry, the last recovery was travel industry. So how do we run the show of these children? So we decided to surrender the children to the government that we are not able to run the home. So the next day I get an anonymous call where it says private number. And there was a lady talking to me. I heard about your journey. I would like to fly down to Hyderabad. Do you have a site in Hyderabad? I want to build a home for your children. I said, ma'am, other than eyesight, I don't have any other site, but definitely we love to, take your help. She flew all the way with a charter flight. In that time, flights were not allowed because the borders were closed. I'm talking about the second wave of the COVID. She flew all the way, and she showed me a small space which she has got just behind Pragati Resorts. We immediately accepted. Her husband was the famous builder. He built a building worth 7 crores where all my children were lifted. See, this is the beauty of, when you wish something, to do good for others, the God sends the people in form of angels. But the only thing is, you should start continuing, because my father always used to say, you have to have a sustainability. Whatever you do, make sure that it should go on a long way. So thanks to, again, Jet Airways, I had about 2 lakh points. When Jet Airways was closed, I was worried where my points gone. During the second wave, the points were converted as intermiles, and I got all my 2 lakh points, and I was asked to travel any airline I wanted. So I started traveling entire India, because when our Prime Minister mentioned that you must visit about 15 destinations within India, so I visited more than that. And entire Northeast, we started our service project called Egg Bank. Egg Bank, I am also known as a Eggman of India. So that looks very funny, but during the second wave of COVID, I was also in ICU for 4 days. Of course, the hospital bed was not available. With great recommendation, I found a bed, and they slapped me about 9 lakh rupees for 4 days. Then I came out, I realized the importance of life. Okay, so you don't know, the person whom you met yesterday is not there tomorrow. Of course, money, health, loved ones, everything it taught. Actually, pandemic taught a lot of lessons to people. So we on the travel trade learned many things. We started knowing how to make distance because in the airports we don't stand in the queue. You all jump onto the counters. People start learning how to stand in a queue, how to maintain a distance, how to wear a mask. All this, the hygiene, many things pandemic taught lessons. So anyway, end of the day, what I'm trying to convey here is the egg bank concept, why I got introduced, because I wanted to find out something for my children which can protect from these virus, because tomorrow, future, all the diseases are through virus. So how do I protect my children? If one child is getting affected, I don't have that kind of funds to treat the child. So that time in my research, I found egg is more inexpensive and it has got a immunity booster. Instantly it can boost up the immunity. That's how before I started egg bank, I googled egg bank and I found every gully in Hyderabad fertility centers egg banks than actual poultry egg banks. Then I thought there is an opportunity for us to play. Then I introduced egg bank and our master champion, badminton champion Pullala Gopichand came forward as a brand ambassador to kickstart the first egg bank. Then that's how today I have completed 111 egg banks are working today in India and 11 countries. I'm just returning from Sri Lanka after opening 3 egg banks in Sri Lanka, Ratnapura, Kurunegala and Maskelia. These are the 3 most affected malnourished children. They're dying there. So that's where we started, and 1 egg in Sri Lanka is 60 rupees. But still, my partner has come forward and they started with 500 children beneficiaries. So this will go along. So my humble submission at the end of the day, I know everybody are into, you're doing your own bit of back to society. Gone are those days if you want to do donation with right hand, left hand should not know. But today I would like to tell the same right hand should know another 100 right hands so that you are waking up the humanity of 10% at least. That's why we make more publicity. Whatever you do good in the world, make noise, let people say you're a publicity stunt master, I don't care. But because my remote is in my hand, so I don't want others to play my mood swings. But end of the day, we want more people to join, to continue to do good in the world. And travel and tourism is such a beautiful industry which takes you to all these places. There I always keep $100 aside or 1 hour to 1 day aside to locally explore some kind of a volunteering work. So that's where we have given a rebirth to volunteerism. So I would like to request FTCCI to look into volunteerism and start promoting this particular word called volunteerism. Was started in the First World War when the whole countries were devastated. So people started traveling voluntarily to rebuild the local communities, and they are taken care by the host communities. This is called volunteerism. People who have passion to travel, to do good without expecting anything, but they are well taken care. I must tell you today, I'm coming from Sri Lanka. Taj Samudra has taken care of my accommodation, and Walker's Tours took care of my 6 days chauffeur-driven car with me, and Amara Hotel Group has also done extensive support to me. So all this happened just at a length hour when I touched the doors of these people. I'm coming to Sri Lanka for this purpose. So this is the beauty. When you travel to anywhere and you wanted to do something good, people will definitely fall into line and support you. So I'm really enjoying my life, even though I've celebrated my half-century 50th birthday in Colombo with 500 destitute children celebrating the egg bank launch. So what else you ask God, to celebrate the life this way? And there is a long way, and this is just a beginning, I can say. And I would like to conclude this wonderful session, and thanks to Rocky Kankaria. When I told her, you're doing an amazing job to unite people, she says, sir, before unity, can we talk about humanity? There she nailed it actually, because sometimes we forget the word called humanity and we talk too big. So you don't even recognize the other person's efforts. So my dad always used to say, keep clapping for others until your turn comes. I think I got my turn today. Please clap for me. Thank you.